I don't think you understand that. The person.
No, I do understand that. I think you're wrong. There's not top shelf men out there are not
Okay,
looking
Moff,
for
I want to
women.
wait. I want to stop there. No. I want to stop you there because that's your
I'm gonna
opinion.
stop you. No.
That is your.
We're gonna mute you because guess what? When I start talking, you don't interrupt me on my show. So let's just be respectful of each other here. I gave you your chance to talk. Now I'm gonna talk.
What do you think about if a guy says he's not going to take you seriously if you're still talking to other people?
Yeah, what guy's gonna put a ring on your finger if you're still dating other men?
You said what guy is gonna put a ring on your finger? So, like I explained, like dating and having sex are two different things. That's something that you have to understand. And I feel like most people, I don't know if you've been out in the dating scene or not. While men are talking to one woman, they go and talk to multiple women as well, and even have sex with them. I'm so sure all these ladies listening, they would agree with me. They know how it is out there. Exactly. Elisha is like, yeah, the men out there, they're talking to other people. You're not doing something. There is a lot of sexism when it comes to things like this, because the truth is you're trying to find a life partner that is good for you. The thing is, like, it's not about a man. A man who's ready will see you as the person you are, and it doesn't matter like who you are. It's just, are you the woman that works for that man, or is that man the person who's going to work for you? So let me explain this, right?
Yeah, please do. I don't know what you're talking about this. I'm gonna try to restate the question. Hold on, please.
Okay.
Because I've like, this is like 3 times in a row where I've asked a very simple question and you are just off on some fucking dream world. I don't know what you're talking about. So what I'm asking is, why would a guy ever take you seriously and want to put a ring on your finger if he knows that you're still entertaining other men? Why? Like, what guy on the planet is going to do that? Or why do you think a guy would do that? Why do you think a guy would say, I want to marry you and make you my wife, when he knows the night before you were just out dating or going out with some other guy and some other dude is trying to court you? Like, why would he want to do that?
I think when a man knows that there's other people that want to date you, and if he sees the value in you, he will put a ring faster, because you have to put, like me, I will tell a guy like, hey, I am dating you and I really like you. But if a guy is taking more time, then I will tell him like, hey, this doesn't work for me. A guy is more faster, and a lot of women agree when you put him like, hey, I have other options too. But the thing is, like, if you're not gonna do this and you don't see me as a partner, then you know what I mean? The person will put a ring on you faster. I don't think you understand that. The person.
No, I do understand that. I think you're wrong. There's not top shelf men out there are not
Okay, Moff, I want to wait. I want to stop there. No. I want to stop you there because that's your opinion.
I'm going to stop you. No.
That is your.
We're going to mute you because guess what? When I start talking, you don't interrupt me on my show. So let's just be respectful of each other here. I gave you your chance to talk. Now I'm going to talk. And I've muted you. Sheetha, nobody can hear you right now. Okay, so I'll unmute you after I'm done with my point. My point is, guys out there that have options with women, guys out there that the women want, especially women on this panel, or women like that women in general want, guys don't take seriously women that are entertaining other options. What makes you think that a guy is going to get down on one knee knowing that you are entertaining other men? It's just not going to happen. Like, a woman's flexing, saying, I'm dating around, I'm seeing a bunch of other men, I'm this hot piece of ass. That is not a turn on to men that are looking for an actual woman to settle down with. Like, that's not a flex. And you talked about like sexism in this space. It's like men and women aren't the same. First of all, there's different standards that apply. You can call it a double standard all you want, but a double standard only exists if you're talking about two parties that are seen as equal off the bat. Since men and women are not seen as equal off the bat, then a double standard therefore cannot exist. But the point that I'm trying to make, it's like, I think it's a terrible strategy to be saying, hey, I'm seeing a bunch of other men and I'm letting a bunch of other men take me out on dates and I'm entertaining and giving my time and attention away to a bunch of other men. So you better giddy up, dude, because I'm such a hot commodity that you're going to lose out on me. A dude that has options and he can pick whatever woman he wants to pick, he's going to tell you to take a walk. That's just my opinion on it.
So the thing is, like you said, that's your opinion that a dude can say that, but you have to understand there are women who have the same power that the man have. Like,
women don't have power over top shelf men. Women have no power over top shelf men.
I
don't. You're competing.
I don't think you understand when you say top shelf men. I am somebody where I have access. I don't think, okay, so I am someone who has access to men, financially stable, mentally stable. I date, listen, I date to marry. So that is the reason my goal is not just to pick a man for myself, but to pick a man who's going to be right for my children, my future, my family. So that is the reason why I have to pick the best person for
Sure,
myself.
that's fine. You can pick the best guy. That's fine. Yeah, I
Exactly.
understand that.
And
Okay.
now that you said, why do top shelf? I still have one ring right now. I'm the person who broke up with the person, but I've been proposed to not once, not twice,
But
five
you're not
times.
married. But you're not married to
Five
any of them.
times.
Why aren't you married then?
Why didn't I get married?
Why aren't you married
I
to any of those five?
Because the thing is, at a certain point, I realized they're not the kind of person I want to be with or
Exactly.
have children with, and that
That's
was
the
my
point.
choice.
That's what I'm trying to say. The guys that are getting down on one knee or proposing to you, they're not even the guys that you want. And the guys that you do want are not going to get down and propose to you knowing that you're dating and entertaining other men. You're just making my point for me.
Yeah. Did you say that
Do
you
you not
still
see
have
that?
one of those rings as well?
Well, yeah, he was a rich guy. Let me keep the ring.
So why would a guy give you a ring if it means nothing when you take it?
Well, what do you mean? I don't understand you.
You took the ring and you still left.
Think about what a loser that guy
So
is. He gave you a
why
ring, you
on earth
rejected him,
would
and then
any
he gave it to
guy
you to keep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Wait,
why
say
on earth
it
would
again.
any guy want to get down on his knee and give you a ring if giving you that ring doesn't mean
Means
you'll stay?
Jack.
I don't think you understand this. If somebody gives you a ring, okay, if somebody proposes to you, right? As a woman, that like a woman gets the ring first and the man doesn't get a ring. But the thing is, like, if you see in a man's behavior that he is not performing the way you want him to be in a relationship, that's when you exit. And as a woman, unless you are legally tied down, you have the right to exit at any moment. If you feel like the man is not somebody, because most of the time, these men that have proposed to me, the first one was like within 3 months, the second was within 6 months. So I'm just saying, I I have like two rings, but the five of them, like I had to like tell them like, hey, I'm not gonna get married. Do the last three. But what I'm trying to tell you is that I, as a woman, have the right to decide, like, hey, okay, this person's not gonna work out for me. Like one of them was traveling a lot, like he used to travel a lot. That doesn't mean that he wasn't giving me what I wanted, but the thing is, there was infidelity involved, not from my side, from the men's side. And I said, would I want my child to
But
have this?
didn't you just say if you're not married, then anything goes and you can do whatever you want until there's a ring on your finger and the wedding certificate is signed? So how can you call that infidelity? If you're still entertaining dudes until you're married, then why can't that guy entertain other
I
women
don't.
until the
I
same
didn't think
thing?
you understand. Okay, if you go back, I said if somebody puts a ring on your finger, then that means you're monogamous. Okay, and I think everybody else, the girls, understood that. Then from that point on, anything that happens is infidelity. And then when you're after putting the ring on, that's when you become monogamous because now you're heading towards marriage.
So
Like,
you accepted a ring and you accepted a proposal of a guy and then he cheated on you and then you basically said we're not getting married. Is that what happened?
yeah, of course.
Okay.
Why would you?
Well,
And
I'm
the,
just asking questions. This is of course.
Yeah,
I'm
of
saying
course.
because now you've accepted another ring from a guy that you didn't marry and like you've been proposed to 5 times. So I'm trying to keep track of all your proposals here. But this again, I'm still waiting for an answer to my question.
All right, guys, I really hope that you enjoyed that clip. If you want to check out the full-length podcast episode, you can find that right over here. Also, make sure you visit my website over here where you'll find my supplements, the opportunity to book me privately one-on-one for coaching, and most importantly, my new School of Unplugging, which you'll find on the courses tab. Newer to the channel, hit subscribe.